On that note with Steve Sisto, he did fall, dislocate his shoulder. I want you guys to understand that, the river, everybody's talking about wading. This river is not man-made. It's slippery. There's spots in this river you might be walking on a rock and your next step's in 7 foot of water. So I would definitely pay attention to where you're walking, what your shoes are. Everybody says Crocs and 4-wheel drive. Um, I would I would prefer something a little bit more secure to my feet. Um, these rocks, there's areas you might just be in pea gravel that's soft. There's spots in this river you'll walk that, this pea gravel, you'll sink 7 or 8 inches just with your normal weight, walking through these quote unquote river rocks. And there's other spots where you might be able to tether to your kayak with an 8-foot tether, and you're climbing up a 6-foot rock to look over top of it and see what's over there.
Yeah, let's touch on that a little bit more, Russell, Josh, even Jordan. Let's talk about the safety in that, because you're talking about tethering kayaks to yourself and wading in a wild river. I think people ought to think about the limits of their gear, wouldn't you say? Like, know how to get off that tether and get loose and be safe up there.
So generally for me, I make a loop that is rather large, and I use the third buckle or a D-ring attached to my life jacket that I know I can get away from my kayak. I grew up wading rivers. I grew up pulling a 16-foot Coleman canoe around since I was like 9 years old. People fall all the time, and it's not a soft fall, because when you're wading, you're in less than 2-3 feet of water. And if you're in that much water and you're wading, it's fast moving. If you're in shin deep water, it's slower moving. I'm a big person when I'm telling people about river fishing to wear a regular life jacket, not an inflatable life jacket. And that comes with the fact if you fall on something sharp, you have padding protection. You're talking about broken ribs, stuff like that. If you fall right, that little bit of protection from those full-size life jackets, I know it saved me. You're going to slip. It's nothing sure-footing about this river at all.
Yeah, and to echo what Russ is saying, be able to get away from your boat. If you fall and your boat, is going to start dragging you, right? And it could pull you under or get you in a really bad position. Break away from your boat. Hit that D-ring and let it go. It ain't going to float too damn far, and if it does, somebody's going to see it coming past them without anybody in it and probably stop it for you. But much rather have to chase down your gear than have to chase down your body. You feel me?
That's right. Yeah.
And the other thing, and this is from the whitewater kayaking side of things or whitewater rafting, if you do happen to fall in some water and it's moving, please don't stand up in it. Float through till you get to a calm pool, then get up and walk. There's not near one of us that's strong enough to overcome fast moving water. They say it all the time when we go whitewater rafting up here. The number one cause of death in whitewater isn't the water itself, it's the foot entrapment. All these rocks, as Jordan said, there's 8,000 rocks across the river. There's holes, there's logs, it's
a dangerous place, man. I mean, there's no way around it, and we, all of us have said that by all means of just be careful. I mean, that's the only way you can. I mean, Sisto fell and tore his shoulder out of place, and he's been on that river a lot. I mean, he's no slouch, and I just that's my only thing. It's just be careful, pay attention.